Hello everybody and welcome back to Inkbound, the turn-based roguelike from the creators of Monster Train that I'm excited to be back to here today. Doubly so because there's a new update, the biggest one so far, the Starship of Terrors update, which features so many things that I cannot cover them all, but I'll cover the big ones. There is a new class, there is a new zone that has new enemies and a new boss, there's of course new spells, items, relics, that kind of stuff. There is an offline mode beta, there are dailies, there's leaderboards, all kinds of new cosmetics, just basically everything you would want a bit more of, there is a bit more of, and a couple things got a lot more. So I am going to be doing this run here with the Star Captain. It is the new class. I did a very small little quest line to unlock it. You just have to do like a third of a run basically, and you can unlock it. So I'm going to go in, but I'll explain what they do, and I guess learn what they do even, as I get in. But first, let's get a couple things, and then we'll explain it as we go. On collecting an orb, smite the nearest enemy. The first turn, get 100 movement. These are, literally all of these are changed. Literally all of these are changed. So we can get some magic damage up, which I do think we do a decent amount of as this class. So I'll take that. I'm not going to dwell on it too long so we can get in. Chill Laser. Offensive mode grants bonus frostbite damage. Inflict 2 additional stacks of frostbite to secondary targets. You know, I like the phrasing frosty leader. So we'll grab that and then we'll explain. So here is the new zone, the derelict starship. So in we go to that. By doing what I just did, I have also used my new trinket, which you can think of as, it's the lightest form of meta progression in the sense that there's a trinket cabinet at the start of the run, or before the start of the run, back like in the kind of hub world, where you can pick a trinket to start with that changes something, like when you do X, get X, you know, some kind of passive benefit. You start with 3 unlocked, and you can unlock more. So it's meta progression, I guess, because you can unlock different options, but you're never going to be unlocking directly more strength per se. I have one that if I go to the derelict starship right away, I get 4 rerolls. I'll be honest, I did it because I wanted to show off the new zone right away. So that's what I did. In we are. Now that very hefty intro is out of the way, let's get into it here. There's just a lot to cover. So here we are in combat. Let's learn some of our moves. We have the Chill Laser, which has pretty long range. It looks like it kind of like snaps to an enemy. It snaps to one enemy here. And then something bounces to another. That's what it is. See, it's a single target move, and it snaps to the other. 36 damage, and inflict a stack of frostbite, and then deal 36 damage to another nearby enemy. Frostbite is something that I believe increases your magic damage. It's been a bit... On being hit with a binding, deal 48 magic damage and lose a stack. So yeah, it's a stacking debuff that increases their magic damage taken, kind of. Not really. They'll take damage buff if you hit them with a spell. A binding is a spell. We have Mission Leader. Offensive mode at the start of your turn. Grant allies 1 ability power until the end of the turn. Use swap to go to defensive mode and grant allies 2 shield. Okay. Okay, offensive mode will also grant us 10 frostbite damage. Good deal. And we have Cryoclasm as our final move. Let's see what that kind of looks like. Is it a single... It's a single target move with a huge AoE. 144 damage, inflict 4 stacks of frostbite to an enemy, and then deal 18 damage and inflict 2 stacks of frostbite to nearby enemies. So we kind of have like this ramping stacking setup. Good God. So we don't have a nearby enemy for this. We can't, like, have them bounce. Another big thing is movement has been changed entirely in the sense that you no longer have to spend energy, spend your mana to move, but you do have a limited amount of movement for the entire fight. Or entire wave, rather. So we're going to back up here. Should I pop him with that? Here, let's get the orb here first so we can maybe... Pop that, get a little bit of frostbite so they take more damage from... Okay, that is very cool. We'll go over the passive in a moment. It's kind of information overload right now, so I'm trying to keep it. Boink. Boink. That's so cool, the ricochet. Oh, that's so cool. My question is kind of with this, the mission leader. Why would we swap... Use swap to defense mode and grant allies 2 shield. At the start of your turn, grant... So it's got to do something when you use it. Otherwise, like, what's the point? 10% magic damage up. And on your turn, you have a 35% chance of gaining a mana. Gains magic power for each cooldown not on binding. Wait. On collecting orbs, smite the nearest enemy, but again, though. That sounds just kind of fun. Another thing was added here. You can actually pass now, which is super nice. You can pass to gain maximum HP. It used to be often that, like, there's so many things in the pool that it was pretty easy to get stuff that you don't care about. I do care about frostbite damage, though, obviously. All right, some modifiers to our spells. Inflict a stack of frostbite to the secondary targets. 2 additional stacks of frostbite to the secondary targets. Defensive mode grants you 2 stacks of spiked. You know, I'm going to hit with a reroll so we can see a little bit more. Sentinel drone damage? Okay, all right, wait, we have to learn about the passive now. When you affect an ally with a beneficial binding, grant them 1 stack of Sentinel drone. So I'm assuming we count as an ally. Like, they wouldn't make a class that only has a passive that benefits co-op. That'd be surprising. Sentinel drone, deal 50 damage to enemies hit by a binding. Trigger frostbite and lose a stack. Huh. So basically, whenever we buff up somebody, probably including ourselves, which I guess would be with mission leader, we get to do 50 damage with our next attack. 50 physical damage. 30 damage per both hit. We can just increase the potent chill laser. We'll be a little bit boring with it for now. I kind of don't mind taking some boring perks for the beginning and then ramping up into some of the more exciting stuff as it gets higher quality. They get more interesting. One thing I want to do is I want to roll until we see... Oh, I know there's going to be a lot of these rerolls here. I wanted to roll until we see one of the new ones. There's new bindings here. There's 3 new bindings that you can get on any run. I guess I will just go ahead and grab the blink. Free augment capability of buying another. That costs $250 to get the other one. I'll go for the containment security. I usually like to go to that one when we have enough money. We need a crew key for that. What the hell? Sure, I'll take some frostbite damage. It looks like we are going to be going for a frostbite build. I probably should have gone for the frostbite augments then. Oh, well. Superior Vault, Glyph Globule. That is rerolls. I'll go for the Vault. That's going to be stats. God, I love the zone here. The music, it's very, like, quiet and passive, but I really like that. All right. So, we can, like, very easily kill 2 enemies at a time with that. But is that enough? Okay, so this guy's a loot goblin, so I probably should have gone for him. The moment I pick up a power orb, so you see my circles like getting smaller. That's like how much movement I have left. The way that these work now is if you pick it up, your circle is going to be locked right here, and this will be the only place you can move. So as soon as you grab it, your movement is locked there. You've kind of made your decision, more or less. I do kind of want to start going for this loot goblin. Got that smite over there. We'll stack up a little bit of frostbite, increasing our damage. We have a teleport. I don't really need it. I'm outside of any kind of like damage range. Probably have one more turn to try and smack this man out of control. All right, big blast. So a fun thing is, it used to be, you know, since movement costs mana, if I used up all my mana, I wouldn't be able to move. This new change means that that's not the case. It's really nice. But also I could just, like, teleport anyways. God, I love that smite. I'm loving this build right now already. This class is very cool. I do want to use Mission Leader. So you keep on blasting the higher health enemies with that. We use Mission Leader here, like... Man. Am I going to take damage, though? Well, I guess here's... I'll use Mission Leader. I gain a stack of the drone. Good. It does 50 damage to both. Okay, that's pretty cool. So obviously we get the armor as well. Like, right, I get that, yeah. On your first turn, gain 1 extra mana and 5 magic power until the end of turn. Whenever you defeat an enemy, chance of gaining an extra will. This comes with a 20% damage boost as well, or magic damage boost. Spike damage, physical power. So the drones are upgraded by physical power. That's kind of, there is a build to do that with. I think I'm going to pop a reroll, though. More frostbite damage, tunnel vision. Inflict 8 additional stacks of frostbite damage to the primary target. Increase range and bounce distance is very cool. I'm loving the class, though. Like, that kind of... The base attack being a little bouncy attack is very fun. 8 additional stacks. I know that there's new ones. Oh, I really should grab Cone of Frost. Deal 100 damage to a single enemy, pull them towards you, and inflict mark, which is basically take double damage on their next hit. I'm going to grab it. Here's the thing. The smart thing would be to take Cone of Frost. It's synergistic. It's good. It's better. Let's take Grasp, see what we can do with the modifications. Maybe we can turn it into a Frost spell. There is definitely precedent for doing things like that. Alrighty. When you're below 75% HP, gain 50% damage, basically. I'm going to do 1 reroll. We got quite a bit. Whenever you crit Smite, if you use a magic and a physical binding in the same turn, reduce all cooldowns by 1 once per turn. So the fun thing is, Grasp is a physical binding, and Mission Leader counts as a physical binding. You can see that under type there. So I'll say sure. Kind of helpful that we got the Grasp now all of a sudden. What do we have here? Some stuff for the quest. Worth noting, yeah, there's an entire new, like, season going on as well. Mimic, new boss. Inflicts Mimicked Thread on turn and deal 1 damage per stack. I guess I'll, like, just start... I'll start by putting the extreme amount of frostbite on you, because now you're going to be taking 132 extra damage per stack there. Offensive mode. Are we in offensive mode right now? We should be. Yes. If I pull, we get a cooldown. Wait, it was cooldown reduction by 1 once per turn. So I will go ahead and, like, let's grab 1 more blast here. Grab the power orb. Oh my god. Never mind, I'm just gonna pop him into the next phase already. Jeez, dude. Okay. We're totally fine. All right, start with this. Give him the huge frostbite blast. So I can't kill. How much damage are you doing? You're doing 2 damage. If you're doing 2 damage, there's no point to even swap to Mission Leader with my last mana, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, the bounce not be bouncing, though. We got here. Reduce all cooldowns by 2 and gain 20 movement. That's not going to help me here. They're doing direct damage. I can't get out of there. And grant allies 2 shield. At the start of your turn, grant allies a shield. Huh. I guess we'll just go for that kill. We could bounce away, but there's no point. So you're... Okay, now you're mimicking the Moss Cloak. Oh, so you're like one of those type of fools. Get closer, kill everybody. So he will probably cycle between all the different potential classes. That's a really fun boss idea there. All right, so now we get to Ascend a Binding. And +5 for... Wait, offensive... So this is when we activate it? Use to swap to defensive mode and grant allies shield and plus frostbite damage. So we'd have to, like, use it twice, though. It's kind of like... That's the tough thing. It's not a bad one. In fact, I'm going to grab it to not use my last 2 rerolls because it is definitely good here. Grant allies 2 shield and +5 frostbite damage. I'd imagine it does the same thing when you, like, transport it on the way back, too. On hitting an enemy, gain 2 ability power until the end of turn. So 20% damage up? I have to? That's so good. Anyway, that was the first zone there. That was our wonderful new one. I'm going to just... If you want to read these, I'm going to let you have enough time to pause on each one. Oh, will I hiccup? I just want to keep things moving here. And it's probably like halfway through some lore stuff anyways. Consumables. I really need to use my consumables. We just don't need to because I was too strong. Bonus crit chance is possibly a good deal. We have the on-crit smite thing. All right, now where to? We can go anywhere. We're playing on normal mode right now, so we don't really have to be too stingy. I'm kind of just wanted to showcase for showcasing. Let's go to the Garden's Edge. I just like the more verdant kind of locales. Zoop. Go for the Heroic Vault. I do see Demuni. All right. I should use this. It's just we've never been in a turn yet where we've had too much fear. All right, but there's also new enemies in every zone now too. Worth noting, like they pushed out more everywhere enemies in addition to the new enemies that are unique to the Starship zone. On turn start, the nearest enemy gains 50% of their max HP as shield. Every time you defeat an enemy, this gains attack. Countdown of 2, gain 18 shield. I feel like I should just get you the hell out of here. It's a little bit weird, but that at least stacks us up a little bit there. So we do have to teleport. We can just piece the hell out. On top of the fact that we can just run. I keep on forgetting. That's so nice. It's so nice that you can spend all your spells and then move. You don't have to be like, attack, move a little bit, attack, move a little bit. That was such a, like, bothersome thing. So if I swap and do Blink, then we can get the Grasp cooldown back. If that is of, like, large import to myself. +5 frostbite damage until the end of combat is a big deal. best shielding we got there. So does this stay with me until I do an attack? A little bit of shielding. That was cute. Is it gonna save me from death? Perhaps not. Okay. There we go. We're gonna be at least taking no damage, though. None of the enemies that were attacking me directly are gonna be attacking me. This guy's getting buffed up like crazy, but it shouldn't matter. We can kind of just... when he's the only guy, like, I don't really care. All right. Whenever you're hit, gain 2 physical power. When consuming an item in combat, this vestige gains 2 ability power. I'll tell you what, there's the pull I need to use my stuff. More frostbite damage sounds great. Inflict dazed to all of the targets, reducing their damage. Inflict both hex and shatter to the primary target. Gain a random discount on a random binding is also good whenever we blink. But basically a 30% damage reduction to whoever we have lasered is pretty darn good. It sounds so Austin Powers. Hit him with the laser. Okay. Freezing Ray. Deal 64 damage and inflict a stack of frostbite. Deal 64 damage to nearby enemy. Gain 15 frostbite damage until the end of the turn if you hit an enemy with frostbite. Is that just a passive? 64 damage inflict to 2 nearby enemies. Can also chain to allies, granting them... This is so cool. Granting them ability power. If that can... I am literally 1 quilling off from getting the advanced upgrade. Do we have... money sitting around anywhere? You can't go back all the way to the beginning anymore. That's annoying. I mean, I'm sure I missed one thing and people are like, oh, you idiot. Yeah, sure. It's fine. Let's go see the gardener. Oh, we get a rare quilling here anyway for free. Whenever you crit, gain a will once per turn. On your turn, a random binding gets a cost discount and reduce the cooldown of the highest binding by 1. That's got to be better than the harmonizing whistle. I know that we probably shouldn't keep all of those, but they're fun.
Hello again, dears. I hope you've been finding the garden's edge peaceful enough. Our newest, inkiest residents have surely injected a much-needed spark of life, if it is a bit chaotic at times. But the most beautiful plants are often a bit tangled, no?
This got a voice actor. She didn't have one before.
Ah, yes. Well, acts of survival can often get confused with acts of opposition. So what might slightly harm you may greatly benefit another. Does that make it wrong? Or merely just what is? Oh, just a seed of thought, dear. One to nurture and cultivate over the times to come.
Thank you. Go for another heroic vault. There's the freaking money. Wish I could have got back. I got back. We need to go back, Kate. All right. We got the money man over here. So it's very appealing. I do really like the idea of yoinking him in here and hitting him with the frostbite. The big old burst. Produce cooldowns. Just because I want to get this so that's got a 20% damage boost already. I could do it again, pop him once more, but I feel like that's I'm going to say overkill. I need some kind... I should have taken a binding that buffs myself a little bit. Because then we could use Drone Commander more. Because I want to go for that attack. I just don't feel great about it. I just have so much damage coming in. Where am I? Okay, so we pop that one. Let's do it. Just make sure that... I mean, I think we could have popped it on him even and it would have worked, but we're all good. Oh, this smite. I was like, why did he just... That man just blew up for no reason. All right, I'm going to be a little bit weird with this. I'm gonna go for that, get the buff up for next time, and then I do wonder... Yeah, so we get a 20% ability power boost until the end of turn, and then the frostbite boost as well. Okay. Let's see who that hits. Yoink ya. Oh, he's just outside of range over there. Am I fine here? If both of these died, I'd be fine. I really thought I would have pulled him in range. That sucks for me, man. Oh, you have a shield on. Oh, maybe you are being hit and you just have a shield. Let's find out. Nope. Nope. Well, we'll just do what we can then. Huge frostbite damage on, and then just get out here. That's a bit painful, but it's just, that's the unfortunate byproduct of what, you know, had to happen there. Yeah, this guy is, we can kill him very easily. Question being if it's, like, enough for me to care. What's your deal? You're just doing, you're going to increase everybody's attack. So you're not doing damage yourself. You're doing a direct hit. I don't want you to be alive. Okay. Good God. Okay. Why is the best strategy just, like, fire at man 20 times? I guess it's the build I made, like with the huge frostbite boosts. So direct damage is coming in from you. That is most important. Yoink ya. See, that's the thing, though. It's like... It's not really that beneficial. It gives me a little... The smite! The smite. Alright. Fire at man 20 times. He die. Alright. Extra 10% crit chance, 40% critical damage, just 50% magical damage. Hitting an enemy inflicted with frostbite inflicts daze and get 5 frostbite damage. That's obviously what we should do. We can probably finally ditch one of our unstable effigies, but we definitely like crit chance due to the on-crit smite. This binding grants an additional Sentinel drone. -1 base cooldown. It's not bad. Gain a cost discount on a random binding. I'm going to reroll these. I kind of want to see. Reduce the cooldown of your highest cost cooldown by 1. I mean, I don't mind that. Turn start full cost discount on mission leader is probably what I need to finally feel like using it. So now we're going to be able to like ramp up like a lot more. And let's definitely go to the shop. We're kind of rich right now, so. Defeat an enemy with one of your bindings, all physical. Nope. On critting, reduce the cooldown of your highest cooldown binding by 1 twice per turn and get crit chance. That is good. I will slowly pivot out of these. I love the smite, but I want to get our, like, when you hit an enemy inflicted with burn, oh, I don't have any. Here's the thing though. I should probably take it on prospect of getting the ability to apply burn with something. Like maybe I could do it with like grasp or whatever. Because if you, this makes it seem like you need lots of burn, like, or at first glance maybe, but it just means if they have a burn, you can stack tons of frostbite, and it increases your frostbite damage by 20. It's a big deal. I guess we're done with the funny crit on pickup orb business. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna eat this fish in combat. Random thing gets cost discount. Okay, here we are. Like getting those out of the way. Allies gain attack. Yeah, you just don't worry about it. We're out of there. So we're going to swap at the very, very end here. Oh, whoops. Does that stay? No. I thought we had one more. But we're swapping that right at the end. And then we'll probably want to swap it kind of at the beginning here. Unfortunately, not the range I would have liked. Boy. I can kill. Or I can at least put him into the halfway point. But not dealing with the allies is asking for trouble. Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to be able to get him there anyways. Same deal. So it doesn't do that much. It's weird. Like, I want to put on all the frostbite. I have two ways about it. It's like, I should stack up lots of frostbite before I start going for the burst, but then there's also, I should either do Cryoclasm first because it gives me 8 frostbite, or I should do it last because it does more damage and I can explode it more, you know? With, like, Grasp or something. So it's kind of conflicting. What mode am I in? I'm in offensive mode right now. On turn start, yeah. Okay. He gains Inky Might, I think, when one of his allies dies. Technically, the order was slightly backwards there. Not a big deal, though. More frostbite damage increase. Grab the orb. Move back. Whoop. Oh, my guy. Oh, my guy. All right. Switch places with an ally or movable enemy and gain 3 shield. If you switch with an ally, they gain 3 shield. So, I really do think we should take Warp, because I just haven't had, like, a lot of a reason to use it yet. I think upgrading that is a great call. Cryoclasm just costing 2 instead. Offensive mode, marking the nearest enemy is also very cool. Evasive blink, grant a stack of evasive, blocking direct damage, though. Direct damage reduction, yes, please. $10 frostbite damage. Stop if you heard of that one before. Get the free 10 HP restore. We could have healed at the shop back there, but I just know that that was an on-purpose decision. I just didn't really want it. Okay, if we end a turn on this ink, we take damage. Or if we end an action on the ink. Both of those were crits. I really just felt like I had to. Okay, what do we have left? Blast him a couple times. Man, that early first turn shenanigans, so good. Okay, do a little bit of a whoop. Put him in the spot where we can... Oh, that's a new enemy. A lot of frostbite. Start doing a lot of frostbite bouncing. Just like that. Oh, shoot. If I pull him in, I get smacked. This is the first time in the whole run that I've actually been screwed over by movement, which is kind of a nice thing because it used to happen all the time. So if I pull him forward, I'm pretty sure his movement thing comes with me. But wait. It was worth the risk. I thought I could wait. I thought I saw it move. Did I have it? Oh. I thought I saw it. If I had just like a pixel more movement. A shame. It doesn't matter. It's 1 damage. It was kind of worth the risk to me to see if I could like do some really cute stuff with it. Just trying to get that. So we could swap over to the other mode. I could. It gives me the cooldown reduction as well. I mean, they're all doing direct damage. Okay, bouncing. You're at least dazed already. Man, that's some numbers. Come here. Get over here. There we go. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. When you crit smite. How much crit do I have at this point? 23%? I feel like it's doing more for me than I would think. I feel like this is doing more for me than I think as well, but I'm setting myself up. 20% ability power, or 20% damage up is what that is. 25% damage resist in defensive mode. Dang, dude. Critical chance, critical damage. It's definitely not bad. None of this is bad. I just kind of want to... Spawn an orb near your teleport destination once per turn is kind of busted. That's a cooldown reduction across the board. And 1 mana. It kind of busted. Carver's Refuge. Final chance to make a schmoove. Give me a burn. Chance to burn. Alright, let's roll and see what we don't get. Because there's no point to grab this if I don't have any consumables. On your turn, lose 1 HP in combat. Oh, wait, 1 HP. In combat, gain an ability power for every 3 missing HP you have. That's pretty cool. God dang it, man. God dang it. If we would have found that, we would have actually, it would have all come together. But at least we have, like, how much frostbite damage? 85 extra frostbite damage. Kind of silly with it. Hello. Okay, so let's, I want to try something. Doing some weirdness. Okay, so nobody's in the radius of that. Inflict Cinderpox on players, dealing damage to the end of turn. Defeat the reinforcement to get mushrooms, which will help you clear it. This guy does damage to me. Or, like, he makes it so whenever I hit anyone, they do damage to me, so I kind of have to clear that. Oh, I can't get out of the circle. That's not it. This is not out of the circle? Oh, shoot. I was operating under the assumption that that was going to be enough to get me out of the circle. Shoot. Well, if we're not out of the circle no matter what, then I guess we just go crazy with it. I'm upset that they're not bouncing into each other. Hey, that works too. That's a way to make the circle go away. I'm glad that I'm glad I couldn't get out of the circle, because this is just straight up a better option. Oh, I hate this man. It's gonna hurt. But I need to get rid of him because I have so much bouncing action. All right, go into defensive mode here. We're getting so much stacking frostbite damage for what it's worth. Okay, so we can grab the mushroom to cleanse poison. Oh, I don't have any? What? Okay, good. That was just my hope, is that it was going to bounce. I keep on beefing it, but we're fine. We're not going to take any damage. We're not taking damage anyway, so we might as well pull him then. And we can't even. He's just not doing very much. It's a big old AoE. It probably applies the poison. It sure looks like I have poison on me. Dude, I hate this guy. It's not as bad when we, Oh, God, there's somebody down there? Do I take damage if I teleport out of poison? Let's find out. It's for science. We do not. Good to know. I can't attack the guy in the air right now. I'll save that. I'll save the mark. Cool. Get an orb. Kind of want to grab the orb first. Swap modes. I'm willing to... We know we're going to transition him into the next phase, which will stop his attack. Can I preemptively... I cannot preemptively apply frostbite to him. No Cinderpox. Alrighty. Bring it on! It sure looks like I have Cinderpox. I do. Oh, there it is. It went. It's just the pomp and circumstance of it is just nearly non-existent. All right. Can I do this to get an orb? I can. Whoop. And then we go into freezy mode, lock mode. Don't you dare go up in the air. You know, We can just take it. That shouldn't. Oh. The bounce. That's the thing that would kill us. Get out of here. Win runs. New one seasonal, I guess. This class is very cool. The new zone is very cool. I love the new trinket system. The new movement system feels way better. The balance feels better. The fact that there's an offline mode beta to go through. This screen is cool. Man. Just across the board, just wow, what a good update. What do you got here? Some more quests. More quests and stuff. Yeah, man, if you have... And here's the daily option right here. You can get more experience, which is just, like, unlocking more cosmetics and stuff like that. But yeah, it has, like, kind of weird modifiers on it, like positive and negative. You know, if you're familiar with Monster Train, like, a lot like those modifiers there. They're kind of wacky. All vestiges offered in shop are legendary. You get more money, and you're more likely to get money draft options. That's very cool. Like, but it also comes with a downside in what looks like a neutral. The downside being the last 2 waves of all combats spawn at once, which is definitely scary. Emphasizing like an AoE build on this run. And then Reaper's Touch, 35 max HP down to start with Death's Scythe, which I don't know what that is. So I'd have to check. But alas, there's that. Oh yeah, a reminder, if you want to get this this special Retromation cosmetic helmet right here that the devs were so nice to put in, check the description. There will be a code that you can put into the shop. I think if it's still working. Otherwise, I'll check and I'll put. Just check the description. You'll learn how to get it, or if there's something, or if it's currently available. Alas, though, that's gonna do it for today. If you want more Inkbound, let me know. I could certainly see myself checking out some more of this again. It's such a good spot now, like, and it's just gonna keep getting better. It just wow. That's all I have to say. Like, they've taken great direction with it, and it was already good. It's going to truly be, I think it's going to be a masterpiece when it's done as they keep on working on it. But last thing, but for watching, check the channel for Roguelike more every single day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!